Ravens fans, you already know what time it is. It's time for some playoff football. Tomorrow's game will absolutely define this season. It will determine if there will be another game. It will determine if we can host the AFC Championship game for the first time in franchise history. A lot on the line, a lot of nervousness, a lot of tensions rising, a lot of anticipation following tomorrow's matchup against the Texans. Let's talk about it. So, today's video, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to share my final playoff report / check-in before tomorrow's matchup between the Ravens and the Texans at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. I'm also here to share my keys to victory. So first of all, let's get into my final playoff report. Most of you guys know that Marlon Humphrey will not be playing this game, as well as Mark Andrews, who looked to be ready for tomorrow's game, but unfortunately, they decided to not put him out there. He's not activated off IR, and he will not be able to play tomorrow. So, meaning, defensively, Brandon Stevens, Kyle Hamilton, Marcus Williams, Ronald Darby, they're going to have to step in for him. Offensively, Isaiah Likely and Charlie Kolar and the rest of the receiving corps have to step in as well. That's my final playoff report right there. The only two guys that are not going to play, Marlon Humphrey and Mark Andrews. Alright, let's get into the keys to victory. Number one, you all know CJ Stroud can ball out, as well as his receiving corps too. This defense led by Roquan Smith, the Triple Crown winner on defense, alongside Patrick Queen and the front four, they have to go out there and get pressure on CJ Stroud. Do not give him 15 seconds to throw the ball. That will be completely unacceptable. Get turnovers. Get sacks. Get pressure on him. That is what you have to do against this Texans offense. No excuse, and none of those throws will go the Texans' way if we can get pressure on them. That's the defensive side. And Mike McDonald knows that whatever he throws out there is whatever play works and whatever play is not executed right. And if he doesn't do that, his defense will get exposed. They have to show out and show off tomorrow why they're a top 2 defense. We've been doing it all season, but right here in the playoffs, we're 0-0. Number 2, offensively, MVP caliber Lamar Jackson. He has to win this game by using his arm, balancing out with the run game we got, that we most of the time use often. The receiving corps has been outstanding throughout the majority of the season. And of course, can't go wrong with the tight ends, can't you? But the way you win this game, you have to deliver it downfield to your receivers / tight ends and balance it out with the run game. But more importantly, not turning the ball over. A fumble or a turnover / interception will cost you the game. You gotta play clean football for 60 minutes without having a turnover. That's all needs to be said about the offense. Be who you are for 60 minutes of football. Be who you are. And if Lamar Jackson can do that, he'll showcase why he's the MVP for this league, and he definitely deserves it. Number 3, coaching. John Harbaugh and this coaching staff have to make the right decisions. They cannot call plays that are going to cost us the game. They can't. I see it time and time again. They've made some really bad decisions and play calls that have cost us the game. I remember last year against the Bengals. I don't need to talk about that. But all what they have to do, just make decisions that are going to win the game. And if they can do that, they will get us on the way to victory. Last but not least, The energy, the anticipation is high at M&T Bank Stadium. The fans, they just gotta go out there, rock and roll at M&T Bank Stadium. They just gotta show up, bring the energy, and be the most electrifying fan base in the National Football League. So those are my keys to victory. Defensively, get pressure on CJ Stroud. Offensively, don't turn the football over, play clean, remain disciplined, and deliver the ball downfield to receivers / tight ends. Bounce it out with a run game. Number 3, make the right decisions that are going to win us the game. And lastly, the fans just got to show out that they're such an electric fan base right here. They're going to rock and roll at M&T Bank Stadium. Guaranteed. Alright? Quick story before I end this quick video right here. Back in 2019, when the Ravens had the 1 seed, we were up against the Titans. Prime time at M&T Bank Stadium. You know, it was just unforgiving at that moment because we had a phenomenal run game that was just breaking a lot of records. A lot of franchise records, if you would. 14-2 record. First time getting the 1 seed, just to fall flat on our face. And then after the game, I was sitting in a dark room, in tears, feeling down and disappointed. It was just a complete, utter nightmare for me. But it ain't gonna happen here. I have complete faith and belief that it's not gonna be the case for tomorrow's game. Because this is a different Ravens team. They've matured throughout the span of not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 seasons. 4 seasons ago, they were an extremely young team with Lamar Jackson as quarterback. That was literally the MVP, and they had a one-and-done season. 4 years later, they kept building and building around Lamar, and he has grown mature himself to once again replicate what he did in 2019, but with a better roster. And a coaching staff that's going to help him go out there, be motivated, and win the game for us. And it's all about doing your job, do what you got to do, and execute. If we can do all that, we can walk away with a victory and host the AFC Championship game. No exceptions. It's a lot at stake tomorrow, y'all. A lot at stake tomorrow. And once midnight hits, once we reach midnight, all the nervous energy is going to be flowing around me at this point. And along with other Ravens fans too, because there's a lot at stake right here. Houston is not the same team since we faced them off in week 1. We all know CJ Stroud's such a great quarterback that can deliver the ball down the field to his guys. Even the Texas defense, whoa, they're just as stellar as our defense. But we just got to show out that we are the better team by being disciplined, focused, zone in, and completing the task at hand. Remaining vigilant and disciplined out there on the field. Once we take that field, you have a choice to make. You either go out there and do your job, or you don't show up and you go leave the stadium in despair and disappointment. We don't want that. It's time to show out for the postseason. It's time to show out. Get the job done. That's all that needs to be said. That being said, that is all I gotta say. Let's play football. Let's go.